Good evening on this beautiful Wednesday night, 18th of September. This is Enoch22. I'm here with MP Roofer for Giggity Racing League on PlayStation 4. We're going to be doing a little teaser right now with Giggity Racing League for their Sunday night. Hope everyone's excited for that. I sure am. I can't wait to see what these new drivers have in them. MP or Roofer, whatever you want me to call you whatever.
Yeah, just Roofer. Yeah.
Roofer's
All
good.
Roofer, everyone. Yeah.
Perfect. So Roofer, man, nice to have you. Thank you very much for joining me here, so I'm not lonely. But
yes, sir, man.
yeah,
I'm actually. This is the
excited?
first race. Dude, I'm excited. I just got my wheel hooked back on for Heat 4, and it's perfect. I'm in love with the game, and I'm looking at the lineup here and for this race, and I'm like, hell yeah! Excuse my language, guys. Heck yeah, I'll announce it. You know, I've done a lot of announcing on Heat 3, but I don't know. I want to see how Daytona goes. You know, as a teaser here for Sunday. You know, big names in this lineup, man. You know, Marcus. You know, that he dominated, you know, Xfinity last year, so it's going to be awesome to see what he can do with the Cup guys now. Celtics, you know, he's fast. Noco, Trout, I mean, Titans, Buck, Teddy. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys in this race, you know.
Yeah, you know, you really can't leave anyone out. They're all so fast.
Right.
It's just
And it's Daytona,
nuts.
you know, right, on default at Daytona, we're not running customs tonight, you know, anything can happen, you know. That's what makes it, you know, fun, you know.
Yeah.
Brings a fun factor into
it. For sure, these Cup cars, they're going to look good, man. They're going to look real good. I'm looking at the lineup, too, and the last lineup I saw said about 17 cars, but you never know who's going to make it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. And, you know, looking through it, I see a few new names, like you said. With
right,
Titans,
Checkmate
Marcus
Taylor, that's a
coming
new
up,
guy.
Checkmate, yeah. I'm
Right,
excited to see.
I don't
I hope
even
they can
know
all
about
make it
IC, you know. All right, and Big D, I know that's somebody you better not. Big D, Big Destroyer is really fast.
Yeah, dude, he
in the
really is.
19.
Yeah.
But like I said, default, it's a little bit of an equalizer because there's only so much you could do to your car in the pits to make it fast. So everybody's pretty much on equal equipment. So it's all about who can hold a line the best, pretty much, you know, or who can hook up and who's got draft partners, you know. It's gonna be tough. Creed, I believe he's all by himself in the Ford camp tonight. So it's gonna be tough for him. See, yeah. So he's for RKM's team, the team that I got drafted on. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for him tonight. So he has to make friends with somebody out there. Another, I guess it'd be Toyota, and I don't know if they did a mixture of numbers. I know they did draft. You know, certain guys wanted certain numbers, and I think it was you know, different manufacturers.
Yep.
But I thought if it would have been me, I would have took that #1 pick with Fluffy, you know, and said heck with the numbers, you know. But
And Fluffy was the #1 driver pick, but yeah, like you said, yeah, a lot of people went with numbers.
Give me whatever numbers you give me, and I'm gonna get the esports driver. But you know, that's just me.
Yeah,
I thought that was a really good pick. Yeah,
I agree. And you know, going back to the whole manufacturer thing. After all the numbers were picked, there weren't any Toyotas in the Cup cars. So a lot of people heard, who were watching the broadcast Sunday morning, thanks again for watching, but Taddy, who chose Chevrolet, decided to go with Toyotas. So we're going to be seeing a few Toyotas in the Cup Series, make the manufacturer championship a little more heated. And that makes me think of another thing too. We're used to seeing some of these guys in different cars. Like for example, Taddy. You know, he was in what, the 47 or 37?
Yeah, 47.
Yeah, 47.
And before that, he was in the 12. They changed mid-season to the 47.
So now it's gonna be a little different.
2 different cars last year. Ferrari, he's in the Toyota now.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the 95. So we're gonna have to. It's like the beginning of any year. where you have to get used to drivers in different cars or just
Right.
different paint schemes altogether. So yeah, it's
See,
kind of
so
cool. This
far,
teaser will be fun.
right, myself, all I've practiced with is a Ford because that's what I'm racing this year. You know, RKM drafted me in Ford camp, so I said, you know, I want the 00, and he got the numbers. I already knew where I was going when I heard what numbers he picked. You know, I kind of knew what was going to happen unless someone, you know, drafted him before me. But I mean, took me before he did. But I pretty much already knew. I said, don't waste no early round pick on me. I said they're going to forget all about me because I really struggled with Heat 3 when I lost my wheel. I moved, man, and then
No
it's
way.
hard to get used to a controller in the middle
Oh,
of a
dude, I know.
season. So
I know what you mean.
right, and it's just like, oh, I was having terrible results at the end of the year, and so I was like, I know I'm not going to be really high, you know. So go ahead and just save your top picks, and it all worked out, man. And you know, I think we had over 100 and something views on the draft. I thought that was
I
really
saw
impressive.
that,
You did a
man.
great job, Nick.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
that
that.
was, yeah.
That
I
was
watched the
fun.
whole thing, man. Yeah, you did a
Yeah,
heck of a
cool.
job. Yeah, yeah, that was awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was completely different from anything that I've ever been a part of for online racing on PlayStation. And for that to get so much exposure, it really shows a lot about these guys and how dedicated they are to running well, making
Right.
friends, gaining respect, even losing respect too. We're gonna see a lot of that. Maybe, probably not. I didn't see any problem last season with all the series I watched, but it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for this to get started. Be driving too, man. That's gonna be
Yeah.
cool.
I,
Can't wait.
I I was here when like the doors pretty much opened on Giggity, like Taddy and Smitty and just a couple guys, man. They came to me and was like, "Hey, man, you want to do some default racing?" And because of, you know, we were running these developmental series, and I'm not gonna, I guess, you know, in these bigger in your MBN and stuff like that, and end up getting wrecked, and you spent a whole week trying to work on a setup, and then we was just like, hey man, you want to do some default racing, so we ain't spending all this time, we have to work and this and that. And it started out with like 6 guys, RKM, Smitty, you know, me, and you know, and it's grown into something that I think we have like 68, 70 drivers on our roster, you know, several commentators. I mean, I can't believe how big, you know, Giggity has gone within just the past couple of months. It's almost gone viral in the NASCAR community, and I think you're a big part of that because you know you do a great job in the booth
Oh,
when we have
thanks.
you in there. More, you know, we have Alex now that helps us out. You know, I help out when I can. You know, it's just, I don't know, Giggity, I've never had any problems with any of the guys, and people that I didn't think I was going to like, by the end of the season, we were actually really good buddies, so it's actually, I don't know, it's a perfect place to race if you're not in with all the crazy drama and just want to have fun, and,
Yeah.
you know,
And you
but
know
if
the
you're in
best
that
thing too.
super, you know, all right.
No, sorry.
Super sim, uh, I know some people are into the super, you know, they're going to run in the packs, you know, and that's all they're worried about is making the best setup they can and setup racing, which they're going to do custom setups this season. It's not going to be all default racing. They're going to do custom setups. But last year we did just a lot of default racing because it was Heat 3 had done been out for months and months and months. It was just funner to us because it took away the, you know, oh, if this guy knows more than you do, I like it myself. But what do you like better, custom or default
Uh,
yourself?
I I'm better with custom just because of
I
my
like
driving
making the
style.
car like right the way
Uh,
you want it to handle. Right.
yeah, yeah. You know, I'm not
Right.
as aggressive
That part of
as
it.
others.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and I feel good when I make a good setup. But also it
Right.
kind of hits the other way around. It's like, dang, man, I spent all this time working on this setup and this is where I ended up with it. It's like, dang,
Right.
yeah, it kind of upsets me. But dude, at the same time with the sliders, the presets, it really shows who's got what. And
Right.
I like that. It evens it out a little
That's
more.
what
It
I
is
like.
more
Right. It's
exciting.
kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it
It's
adds another thing, because sometimes I'll win races on
right.
sliders by trying to, you know, do something with strategy, or maybe I'll find something in the car that others did not, or others will take themselves out. Yeah, anything can happen. That's the cool thing with racing, and we saw it all last season. So many different scenarios just run through,
Oh yeah, every
and
different scenario you could think of, really.
yeah,
There was a lot of. Everyone would have thought, Marcus had the championship locked down, and I mean, had a little bit of trouble at Homestead, and by the time that like me and Creed, there was no way that we could back up and really push him back around, Larson to where he could win the championship. I mean, he had a 47-point lead going into the playoffs, or 47 extra playoff points to everybody. So everyone thought for sure Marcus would win it. And, Fort had one bad race, and as teammates, I felt bad that I couldn't drop back and help him because it happened late in the race. They had a good
yeah,
strategy going. I don't know if you called that race or not, but even down to the Cup Championship, when it come down to AJG, tie-in to make it in, and then I forgot who ended up winning the championship and beat AJG, but Spinker. Spinker ended up being our Cup champion, but it's fun to watch, man. I'm surprised actually AJG ain't running this race tonight.
yeah, man. Everyone's getting their schedules worked out, and with all the drivers, like you mentioned, about 70 different drivers, and
Right.
I think it's about 80 actually, even
That's
including
probably.
including the captains, the team
Yeah.
captains. But
I know.
it's insane how
Right.
everyone's able to they're really loving this, where they'll change their schedule around if able to, and when they're not able to, it's disappointing. But we know that there's priorities in play. But so Roofer, you're mentioning the whole setups and presets. So tonight is going to be presets. Sunday night cup racing for Giggity Racing League. We're going to be having a sponsor. I'd like to really thank Potter Welding and Fabrication for for being involved, man. I think that's really cool. We're getting some recognition. People want recognition through it. If you're in the Pennsylvania area, if you're around that Queens, Pennsylvania, or Queen, Pennsylvania area, you need anything welded, anything fabricated, man, this dude will do it all for you. All right, roofer, you got anything? You need some panels repaired on your car? Do it. You
Right.
got a bed? You got a
Right.
bed? You just had an anniversary or
Yes.
something. Say you had an
Right.
anniversary, now you got to get your bed repaired. All right?
Right.
Those two don't have to coincide, but maybe coincidentally they do.
Yep.
But if you got to get that bed repaired, you know, he'll
Hey,
weld that
you could be.
together for you. He does custom
Right.
stuff. Pretty much, you need something welded, this guy's gonna do it. I just got an invite. I'm gonna wait to get the okay to go on in, and I did get the okay. So let's go on in there, roofer.
Able to watch qualifying, but we'll know here once we see the lineup here
Dang
how
right.
they're lined up. This is the
Uh,
first one that I've caught on Heat 4, man, so it's going to be exciting.
Actually, yeah, I think this might be the same for me. It looks like Noko got the pole with that fast time, and
That does not surprise me.
Taddy
He's a
Taddy is
really.
starting third. I'm gonna go ahead and accept and watch because I don't want to miss much.
Yep.
But let's see if I can
Noko's
get a live feed
what I
as
call a
well.
rabbit. At Daytona, he's a rabbit, and like this, you pretty much. I'm thinking on Heat 4, a strategy would be to just sit there in second and push him, since he's really good at being out front and holding that line over and over and over and hitting that mark, and just maybe laying back in second and third and just saving tires. I've already noticed that if I don't know what they're running 3 times wear, I forgot to ask Taddy, but if they are, tires is going to come into play. So it'd be a good idea and fuel strategy comes into play a lot at these plate tracks, especially if they have a clutch set up. You can
Oh,
save a
for
lot
sure.
of fuel on these, yeah, with a clutch.
Yeah, like
As
I've
we're
got a
seeing
clutch. I like
Noco,
it, man. And
oh yeah,
hey, I've gotten two
yeah,
wins. One of them I really used the clutch. Another one I did not. Looks like Titans
Right.
is slow on the track. I don't know if everyone's getting squared away,
I see the
but
95 there is on the outside. Taddy qualified second. That's a good job by Taddy there.
yeah. And while we're waiting for everything to go, thanks everyone who's watching Giggity Racing League on YouTube right now. Kevin, Kate Daddy, what's up, man? Michael Williams, go with the flow. Let's go, Plant, Spencer, Marcus E-Dubs. All right,
Yeah, Marcus,
let's do this.
this is going to be, I'm ready for him to show what he's got in the cup. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get everything in order right now to go green. Trying to see if that 11 is starting to move. He is, but I don't know what's wrong with it. That thing's barely going. It sounds like I'm watching the 11 right now. Titans. This is not a way you want to start the teaser. Remember, this is just a teaser race. This is so that we get comfortable with the cars, right, man? Get comfortable with who's driving next to me and get to know who's in what car.
Are they manually lining up? Is that what the computer doing this?
I guess. It's hard to tell because these guys are doing a really good job of being chill like
That's what I'm saying. They're really holding a steady line if they're manually lining
There's
up.
no way. There's no way that they're holding the gas like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Whenever someone says 70 miles per hour, you know someone's doing 65, 75, 65, 75. All right, looks like they're going green now,
Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
I think he was having a small server issue is what it looked like, but looks like we're fixing to go Giggity Grayson.
Yeah,
at Daytona, guys.
Oh, Titans.
Giggity.
Going. I'm following team captain Kate Taddy here on the outside, that 48.
Oh, the 11 in the back is on pit road. Oh, that's unfortunate for 11 lagged out.
That's not good. I've run with Titans a lot.
Yeah.
And he is someone that you want behind you, pushing on your side. If he's pushing, if he's behind you and he's not a teammate of yours, you do not want him there. But vice versa, you want him there. And it looks like we've got some really good racing going on right now.
It is. This looks so much better, and this is crazy. Just broadcasting a race and changing just the new graphics. They did a great job with the graphics on this game.
They sure as heck did, man. One thing that I think I can't do, I can't move around the car with my joystick.
Yeah, I just seen that. I
enjoy
that
doing
view.
that. That was the best.
I like this broadcast view as the car they're coming at you, but yeah, I like being able to look all up top and around. You know, that was cool.
Yeah, gonna have to change it up.
Hey, but
looks like
I
the
did
inside
figure
line's
out
really
thing.
moving.
I like how it says, "Oh, big wreck, trouble here at Daytona already. We got a big one involving boom the whole field."
Let me take back what I said about the little wreck. It was a big one. You're right. Did you get a caution?
Do you see where on my screen when I'm hitting X it shows which car now viewing Wicked Gatekeeper with their number? I think
I like that. I like that.
This is impressive, man. No longer do we need rosters. We can just go through the field and we can tell everybody right there what their number is. That is awesome. So they thought about us broadcasting at home. I love
of course they did. Yeah, 704 has been watching us, I'm sure, man. And they're like, we got to do this just for Giggity Racing League because these guys can race.
Well, there's a lot of leagues, man. I started out with Impact. I don't know if you ever heard of Impact. Yeah, I started out with Impact and then Midnight, and then I ended up going to Giggity. I ended up announcing for 3 different leagues on Heat 3, and a lot of guys that, on my friends list got drafted, that I ran with at NBN. Some great guys. Slade, Jason Keffer. Voltage Bags, it used to be just some really cool guys, and hoping one of them pulls off the championship. To be honest, I still watch all the esport races.
Oh yeah, man, they're a blast to watch. It's so cool being able to have some of these esport guys in here too.
Right. Even the Bear. Yeah, I got the Bear on my friends list. He's a cool guy too, man.
Yeah, dude. I talked to him once after a race. He was funny as hell, and he really does seem like a big old bear. But it looks like, dude, this inside line's moving right now. As the 9,
look at the numbers.
We got to get used to these numbers, man. I got to get used to the 41 of ice.
Yeah, I'm on board with 95 of Taddy right now. He's getting a big run on the inside. but it kind of halted now because they got 4 on the outside. It's 4 against 4 pretty much. It's impressive how they're able to do that. And you see 95 and 24, they made a little bit of contact, but it didn't affect them any.
And going up top, man. Oh, what you got?
So, R.J. Smitty, he got pushed out. Well, I don't think he's going to lose the draft. He's in that platinum 24. I guess we got 2 different 24s, but
do you
one's
see? Yeah. Oh yeah, you think about it, there could be, I guess, you know, William Byron and Jeff Gordon. But
right.
look at the top line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hendrick Motorsport cars. Man, and
Marcus
the 88
is right there.
The 88 is Celtics is going for the lead. The 48, who's in that NOCO, gets kind of left on top, but he's got the 9 behind him. Who's in that 9? We got Marcus E-Dubs. Yeah, there we go.
I'd be on. We got trouble in the back. 1 around. I don't know if we're gonna get the caution. It seemed like he actually did a whole 360 and saved it.
Wow.
Whoever's into 1 car, really, that was pretty cool to see.
Looks like the 1 would be actually the 1 would be A-Trout if A-Trout is in
Trout. Here. Yeah, I seen that Trout. That was really nice. But yeah, like you said, them Hendrick cars right now. I was actually really impressed with Noco's draft class. He had a really good draft class. They probably have been doing some practice, you know, as a group, you know, and as we see Marcus
a draft
into the
class,
wall,
yeah. That's pretty cool. So what? Just you know, practice
I'm
and
sure
drafting.
Just to see who, you know, because like I said, you always got different guys. Like me, I like to push. You know, I don't like to be out front.
I see what you're saying. Right. See, I'm the other way around.
The captains, right. You like to be out front, that open air. You know, I like to push and maybe make my move on the last lap. You know, but I know NOCO is really good at these tracks, Daytona and everything. It don't surprise me that them Chevys, if those are his cars, you know, if that's his team, the Hendrick Chevys are all up in the front. Because he really had an impressive draft class. He thought about it hard.
That's a really good point, Roofer. Yeah. I like that. You know, it really does take a lot of practice. I think, personally, my team in my last league that I was in, I've said this before, but I'm proud of it. We never lost. Me and my other teammate, we never lost a super speedway race because of communication. And I think it's going to take a lot of that too. So let's see.
Huge.
Let's see if that helps too. As that 9 is getting a little push from the 8 on the outside. They're alone, but they're not falling back too fast. They are definitely falling back. But it's good to do this now. Try and figure it out. Again, this is a 50% race with stages.
Right, they haven't even got stage 1 yet. So
right, there's
like Smitty, he made it back to the draft. I noticed when that race we ran earlier, just the 4 of us. Like, I hit the wall, scrubbed so much speed off on Heat 3, I'd have lost the draft, but it's kind of hard. It's hard to lose the draft like it was. It was real easy to lose the draft on Heat 3.
So let me run something by you, Roofer, man. All right. So, remember, like, let's talk about the draft. It seemed like if you were within 5/10, you got the draft, regardless. No matter what, you got the draft.
Yep.
But I think...
Ooh, NOCO in the wall, sorry.
No, you're good. I saw that.
He just lost a lot of spots.
Let's see if he can hold on to the draft. So let's see if this actually works with what I'm saying here.
I think he'll actually catch him. On Heat 3, he would have lost him. On here, I think he'll catch him.
So what I think that 704 did was they incorporated, all right, there's a big pack of cars right here. So it's cutting a bigger hole. You know, the air is, there's less air. You know, it's really cutting a huge hole. A huge tunnel.
I noticed even just the 3 of you cars in front of me, I wasn't even that close to you guys, and my draft meter was still lighting up, and I didn't even have to be straight behind you guys because y'all were breaking that much air. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think I would predict 2 laps, and I bet you NOCO is probably right back up in there.
Yeah, let's see, man. Well, if anything, he's got a few cars behind him that'll definitely pick him up.
Yeah, coming up, that's going to definitely help him.
Yeah.
And he could be laying back, waiting on him. It's all about momentum, I noticed on here. If you can keep your momentum going, you'll be... It's
Even on Heat 3,
It's really hard.
momentum was a lot, but I
It's
think you're
key.
right, dude. It is a
Right.
lot more here. So say if you were, maybe you did
You can't.
get a little, you and two cars got into a little issue at Daytona. A caution wasn't called. All of a sudden you're 1.3 seconds behind the guy. Every lap or so, maybe you'll like take off a tenth. Maybe you'll take
Right.
off a tenth, and then you hit the apron, you lose that tenth right away. I think that kind of plays a bigger role in this game. And looks
Yes.
like Noko did grab that draft.
Yeah, he grabbed that. So maybe I might, we could be wrong about that because I mean he was a pretty good distance back, you know. But
Yeah, it
let's see if
looks.
that second pack can work together to catch the front drive. Since the first, if the second pack stays in a line, they should catch the front pack no problem if they keep racing side by side. I would
Yeah.
think with
Oh,
actually, oh, they're bumping and banging. We
leaders are
got the
bumping
9 in the
around.
wall. Marcus heat up and he comes around. See if we're gonna have a yellow or not. Oh,
I still
I don't
hear
think
those
so.
motors revved up.
Yeah,
But
that's
I was
unfortunate for
watching.
Marcus.
I don't know who you were on, but I was on Kay Larson in that 8, who I remember from the 22. And so with the driver change there, manufacturer altogether, really. But he was doing a great job on the backstretch. He was trying to cut it 3 wide. He wants to get to the front. I'd like to see how he fares here. D. Smith 1624 in this 40 car. I gotta tell you, man, I raced with him last night, and he was probably the cleanest, most respectful driver that I raced with last night. I'd really like to see what he can do.
That's good to hear.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're looking for. I mean, if you're
Dude,
not fast,
I thought,
we can help with you with
yeah.
speed.
Oh, he was fast
Just
too.
want to know that, right? And
Think about it.
that's what's awesome.
It is awesome, man. We were at Darlington, and this guy knew he may have had a little mishap. He had a little trouble. He saw I was having a big run, and he was great about it. He knew, all right, beginning of the race,
Right.
let's be cool. And I enjoyed racing with him. I enjoy racing with all these guys when I got the chance, and I try and be respectful too. And I think that could help out. Something like that can help out later on in the season as well. When you think about
Most
it,
definitely.
who's gonna race you
Always
hard,
remember.
who's not.
Right. If the guys that cut you a break when it's time for you you cut them a break.
Oh yeah.
And there's certain guys that'll run you hard no matter what. If it's lap 1, lap 2, and you got a faster car, and that actually E2 as 31, and they just made a little contact there, but they saved it. I'm really surprised about the cautions. First race of the year, and we haven't even had one caution yet.
I feel like we
So
had
I
one,
mean,
but it was before we even got in here, right? It looks like we're having some difficulties here. Roofer just fell out, so I am gonna have to go blue screen in a sec. Let's just see what happens. I think we're almost done with this stage. I'm gonna give it a sec. Sorry, Roofer. Well, we got 9 laps. Let's see if I can. Yeah, they look clean. I'm gonna go blue screen real quick, guys, trying to get Roofer back. Alright, I'm back. Let's hope that he's able to get in here. And that 8 of K. Larson. Oh, dude, I don't know if anyone saw that, but that 37, the move by that 37 to the outside was so slick around the 18. The 18 of Buck Racing, I think he won the majority of the Xfinity races we were in last night. Noko, in the 48, going up in the wall a bit. Taddy trying to make his way
sorry,
back.
I'm back here. Sorry, guys.
Dude, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're able to get
Marcus, man, he's back here all by himself. I feel bad. I hope that he's just riding it out to the end of the stage. I know he's got a fast car. He was up there in the top 5 for a while. You see, Noko made it back up there to 24 though, bouncing off the wall. That's
Jeff
RJ
Gordon.
Smitty, I believe. Yeah, in the Gordon car, and he's all the way around. I don't know if we're gonna get a caution or not.
I don't believe
And it's
so.
not
And
looking like it.
the 20 to go with the flow is just left out to dry as he pulls into the back of that lead pack. And man, you know, you were saying about Marcus, you hope he's just riding it out. He's fast. He
Right.
knows he's fast. And what I've seen with him recently is he's grown a lot of patience. I've raced with him a ton too. Not, you know, it'd probably go Titans than Marcus, honestly. And
It's going to be
Marcus,
key in this
yeah,
game. Patience is
yeah.
going to be a big thing in this game. I
Yeah,
really do.
and if you have both speed and patience, even though they
Right.
sound like oxymorons, and I'm not
Right.
calling you a moron, man, you ain't, you know, just it's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
I'm talking to
You're going to
Marcus
have
there.
to save tires in this
Yeah.
game.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
completely. You gotta be patient. I think he's getting it.
Right. I mean, I was practicing on the controller, and there were certain tracks that my tires were gone in 10 laps. I mean, sometimes less.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't hold a steady line, it abuses your tires that bad. But I was so happy that the tire wear was nowhere near the rate at controller. But that's just me on controller. Like I said, I'm 37. A lot of these younger guys, you know, they're really good on controller. It's just I
Oh
got
yeah.
into sim racing, you know, when I was 18. Actually had a real race car, not a really expensive one at the time, maybe $5,000 my whole operation and trailer and all, but
Hey,
maybe
anything is
and the
good.
truck pulling it. But
Good for
right.
you, bro. Oh, nice move
But
by Boom.
I
But
bought a Logitech controller back in the PS3 day, and that's what we did is race NASCAR 2009. And then when EA quit making it, I tried iRacing, and I'm so pleased that Heat 3 wasn't that bad, but that Heat 4 is as good as it is. They
yeah.
really fixed a lot of things.
Yeah, man,
But
I would drive with the steering wheel as well, and I had the T150, and I broke the throttle on it, and I could have repaired it, and I was just so fed up. I got the G29 with the clutch, and I got a shifter as well, and that
right,
thing is great. And one thing that's really nice, I don't know if you noticed or if you have this issue with, or if you had this issue with Heat 3, but even if you had the dead zone down, there was still a little bit of play in the steering wheel, and
right,
thankfully, Heat 4, they corrected that. Unless I'm just so
right.
used to it, but it's a lot of fun with the steering wheel. I
Yeah,
can't
I
do the
always turn
controller.
my dead zone all the way down. I noticed if you run your steering range pretty high, like maybe a click over halfway, and run your sensitivity low, like you can, if your car gets loose, you can steer back to the right and adjust it, and your car don't go crazy. It's just, I don't know, maybe I found a video online, Red 442, he's an esports guy, and I used his wheel settings, and it's perfect. The only thing is I hate these plastic pedals. I want to upgrade. I'm so mad that I didn't
Yeah.
buy a T150 Pro. Yeah, I
Eh.
want the clutch and shifter upgrade, though. I'm hearing though that some of those guys though with the Fanatecs are actually having problems, and that's my dream wheel. But I was actually talking to one of the guys that races in Giggity with a Fanatec, and he's saying he's having problems. It's getting force feedback until like certain points of the race, and I was like, man, my T150 is just running perfect. But I guess it's just the luck of the draw. I guess everyone's different.
Well, it's a good thing
I
that everything's online and they put in patches and stuff, so hopefully those guys with those fan attacks
right.
can feel a little
704,
better.
like I said. They're gonna, like I said, enough fans, express their, just let them know what the problem is, and they're
Yeah.
gonna fix it. If they don't know the problem, they're never gonna be able to,
What a
and if
good
you don't
point.
ask
Yeah,
enough
man, what a
right
good point.
away.
Shoot,
All right.
you said it. And it looks like
There's
how
enough
many?
people in the NASCAR Heat community that you could figure it out. That's what, even with setups, man. I know a lot of people are just like, man, setups are so hard to make, but really, if you get on YouTube and
You can get a
you
starting
race,
spot, right? With that.
right,
We're on our last lap
not a
here too, man. You know that? Holy
oh,
cow.
stage one, nice.
Yeah, last lap
So
of
the
stage one,
37 and no
Pendle.
pit Pendle,
Yeah,
yeah, with
he's a
Noco
new
pushing,
guy, right? Like,
and I believe, yeah, Noco drafted him. I'm pretty sure.
Man,
So
I got to
that's
go back to my
one
draft board
in,
and see.
I'm pretty sure that was one of Noco's friends, and I believe Noco's pushing him right now. They're all trying in the back to push, and they all got split apart. It looks
Makes it
like the
easy
eight's going to
for
finish
No
third.
Pit Pendle. So
Yeah.
in the first stage
No Pit Pendle.
of our
Yeah.
teaser for Giggity Racing League,
Noco in second.
sponsored by Potter Welding and Fabrication out in Pennsylvania, is going Noco or No Pit Pendle. I'm saying
Yeah,
Noco.
Noco second.
Noco
And
second.
let's see
K
who that is
Larson.
in third.
K Larson
Larson.
third. Boom.
That's our
Fourth.
Xfinity champion.
Yeah.
So
Dang, man.
we got, yeah, Larson did a great job. I don't want to say, he did what he had to do at Homestead to win the championship. He knew it didn't matter how many points Marcus had. As long as he won Homestead, there was nothing that, that was what was key. And he come out and did it. I don't care how many points the guy has.
That's racing, man. That's racing.
You're right. So
Yeah.
all he did was
Gotta do
practice, Homestead every day. Homestead. That's me. I'm getting great at Homestead because I've done, if you're going to win a championship, you got to be good at Homestead or ISM now, depending on what schedule you run. But I'm actually going to be excited. ISM's one of my favorite tracks when it goes to ISM being the champion. Oh, we got trouble in the back already.
Oh, yeah, we do.
2 cars spinning around. I don't know if
It's
we're going to
gotta
get a
be
caution. Yeah,
that's about a quarter of the field right there. Unless they
William
spun
Byron
around,
car
got into the gas
of
real
Napa
well.
fan. Yeah.
Looks like that
Napa
outside
fan.
line. Noco started in second, and now I can kind of see him right there in about 5th spot. As it looks like No Pit Pendle is keeping that lead. So, alright, Roofer, I got a question for you, bro. We're so, this is all new to everyone, Heat 4. When doing slider stuff, I always like to do 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 on super speedways. Is there any difference now?
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you think? Have you tried different stuff? I honestly haven't. So
I haven't.
If
tried
anyone watching
different stuff
knows,
yet.
if anyone watching has an idea, please let us know too. But what do you think, man?
I know that if you could, even at any track, if you start out on a stable 1, there's way more room for adjustment on your wedge, but you better hope for an early caution so you don't go a lap down because you're so tight, you got to be able to ride it out until you have a caution to be able to go in there and loosen it up,
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys that start off on a regular 4 and ride it out to that first pit stop and make a big change on it and drop the track bar all the way down to 45.1, and it turns way better than a loose 8. But me, yeah. I kind of like pretty much 1 click up on the NASCAR Heat 4. Every cup track has pretty much worked pretty good for me on the steering wheel, anyways.
Yeah, so you're saying 1 click up as in 1 click
to the right.
looser? Yeah.
Yeah, 1 click to the right.
See, that's funny that you say that. I'm getting a feel for the other way. I like to go a little looser or a little tighter and then loosen the wedge. But it depends, man. It depends on the race lobby I'm in.
Right.
Like a race lobby like this, yeah, I'm gonna go a little lower so that it's a little tighter, and then I'm gonna loosen it with the wedge.
You got a good stable car.
Yeah,
right.
but if I'm running an online lobby with
turn now, right?
Yeah, if I'm on an online lobby, 4%.
3 or 4, it didn't turn. Right.
No, not at all. But if it's like a 4% 1 times wear in an online lobby, I'm gonna go higher with it, so it'll turn.
Oh, of course.
But it really depends.
No
So
doubt.
if anyone's got any ideas on that, man, we're up. Let us know.
That was from
especially
Avery
me.
Jarrett, AJ Storm. A lot of people know him. He used to help me out with a lot of default setups, and I would start the race off on a stable 4, and then do the adjustments, and it was big adjustments, and it worked, But I ended up later on in the season, mainly just running in Cup loose 6, and loose 7 works at a lot of tracks, or stable 6 and loose 6. And loose 7 works at a lot of tracks, but in Xfinity usually loose 8's perfect, and then in truck loose 9's perfect. But this game I don't know. I haven't ran all the tracks yet.
No,
but I've noticed it's not that hard to make a setup. It's really, I mean, I made a setup for Bristol in literally 20 minutes that was doing 15.5s, which ain't and ain't bad. You know, it's not world record or nothing, but it was shocking to me how fast that I was able to, you know, make it. Once you get a knowledge, I guess, of what does what, you know.
Of
The main
course.
thing is the top track bar is for entry. You know, if you're loose on entry, you go down on that. If you're tight on entry, you go up on that. And then on the next track bar,
The
the
right
lower
track
one,
bar, you
that's
go
for,
lower. Yeah.
right,
If you go
right,
lower,
that's
you're
for
gonna
exit.
lose the car. If you go higher,
Right.
it'll tighten it. Yeah.
Right. If y'all
And
notice in esports, the one guy that's in there, his name's Mr. Trackbar. Cause, well, Mr. Trackbar, the track bar is a huge thing in this game, and
sure
if you can
is.
perfect that in your setup, that's really a lot to do with that and tire pressures and tape. Yeah, so I mean, here at Daytona, you want to get as much tape on that thing as you can without blowing up, because that's as faster it's going to go in the 50s on your air pressure all the way around. It's going to go faster. Now I'm hearing if you raise the ride height up in the front on this game on custom, it's faster that way. I haven't tried it myself,
Yeah.
but it makes sense to me what they're saying. They say the air goes underneath the car, so
So
that's going to be a new thing. You have to
speaking.
experiment with ride height.
Oh, yeah, dude. I've actually kind
Right.
of noticed that myself.
Yeah,
Not
if
even
you
hearing
run
that.
6 on the
Yeah.
front and 4 on the back, it's faster.
It's
Yeah, is what I'm
nuts.
hearing.
And because then you
Yeah.
get, and then you calibrate the car too, man. You have to make up for
Right.
that by changing other stuff. But I gotta say, one big difference is that camber. When I saw, dude, now you can go to 8 and -8.
Oh yeah.
Because that
Right.
was always the first thing I changed with my custom setups. I
5
don't
and
know if anyone
-5.
else is the same way.
Everyone.
5
Yeah.
-5. Now,
Yeah. All day.
dude, I
Yeah.
barely I don't even try. Because I went
No.
8 and -8. Man, yo, Roofer, let me tell you, bro. I couldn't speak quick enough to go with how fast the number was going down. It was like 69, 70, or 69, 68,
Right.
like 67. I couldn't do it. I was
Yep.
just, just walking over
You know, a
myself.
good number that I found is 2.5 and -2.5
Yeah,
on this
yeah,
game.
yeah.
That's literally,
I
and you're
agree.
still fast, and your tire wears, you know, it's real minimal. It's just that's a good number to start from and go from there. You know,
Yeah, yeah, man. I
I
hear
would,
you.
you know, yeah.
I think I moved. I'm just.
Oh,
Ooh,
big, yeah, he
nice
just
hit
pounded
there.
him in the wall.
He hit the wall square. He's still going in a straight line. That 18. That 18 a buck is he's one heck
Buck's
of a racer, man.
moving right now.
I don't know how he does
Yeah.
it, but that 37, he was leading for quite a while, and they started breaking up.
The
We got
42,
a
he's
big
pushing Buck
pack.
really, really good. Him, the 20, the 42, and the 18 are Buck. They're really working really well together. Go with the flow. He was tough in that little 4-man race we had before they just started. You know, he'd be a big, you know, kind of a dark horse, really. You know, if he could
Yeah.
pull out. As you see, he's down
Those three
second
are
place
breaking up.
now.
We've got a backpack that's coming to him. This is about to get
Since
interesting.
Flo's changed, since he switched to the wheel, he's been a lot faster, and especially on these plate tracks. I mean, in my opinion, being on
I
the
give him
wheel
credit.
gives
It's
you
hard.
an advantage.
It's
Yeah,
it.
it is.
You think it gives an advantage?
On the plate tracks,
Yeah, on the
having a
plate
wheel
tracks.
does.
Yes.
Right.
I think even on any track it has an advantage and
Oh, Marcus got
disadvantage.
a huge run,
That
but
one, ooh, just on the grass.
wow. The
Who's in the
24,
one?
Jeff
Trout.
Gordon, and the 9, if they can pull this off. Oh, look at Noco back there. He says, I'm going to come get some. If Noco can get to eat Marcus's bumper, oh, the 24 of Titans cleared. Wow.
Man, RJ
That was...
Smitty grabbing that lead, dude. That was pretty sick.
No, that was Smitty. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was saying, how they got that huge run on the top side.
Holy cow, man.
He had the
This
two,
is
the 95 and the 8 make contact. That's
95 just goes up the
we
track
got
a bit.
8. The 8, that
Taddy
Larson,
and
I
the K
believe.
Larson.
Oh man, no caution again.
Yeah, and
Not yet.
we just went past for we're on the 12th lap of 27.
Oh,
Holy cow.
wow.
Man, these guys are
Is
running
that-
well. Holy
It
cow.
seems like it's, ooh, See, as Marcus just holds a nice steady line, and the 20 and the 95 on exit right there was so fast they drifted high. It just you really don't want to give up the bottom unless you have to. You know, me, I try to hold that yellow line, and even if somebody until the last. Oh, Marcus got pushed from behind. He's just gonna go ahead and come down pit road. I don't know if that was planned, but it looked like he got loose and got on the pit road and said, you know what, I'm just going to head and make my stop.
Yeah, and a little bit before
that.
Yeah,
the 41.
A little bit before that, we saw the 20 and 95. They were trying to make a move up top. Oh, Noco.
The 18's making contact. The 48 and the 20's
48
making contact.
48 and the 20, they stopped like they hit a brick wall. 18's below the double yellow. He's trying to regain his momentum. And he's gonna try and sneak up behind.
Right.
And look at Daddy, dude. He was just sitting there. He was in a good spot. He's picking up second. Holy cow.
I've noticed that, like, even if you hit the wall a certain way or you just lose so much momentum, you know, it's like, oh my gosh. It'll ruin your lap times. Just, you know, you got to be really, really careful about scrubbing the wall. In Heat 3, you kind of scrub. There's people that can hit the wall and actually at New Hampshire and places like that cut faster laps. Well, I'm pretty sure they cut that out on Heat 4 because I ain't tried wall riding. I'm not a wall rider myself, but every time I've made contact with it, you just lose. It's like you lose all your motor pretty much.
Oh yeah, and man, so you got to really wind it up. You got to think about it, man. You got to wind it up. Just like how the trucks run, they took power out of these cars. So you can't rely on that raw speed all the time. You need to wind it up. And
you can hear it
I was on the 20 of Go With The Flow as the lead had a change. K Taddy, Toyota teammate.
Front.
All right. So you looking forward? Are you looking forward to this race or to this season?
Oh yeah, man.
So let's hear a little bit about what you're going to be in.
I'm going to be running Xfinity this year, and we got an option if we want to dash into Cup or trucks. I decided I'm gonna, since you know it's first year on Heat 4, first season anyways on Heat 4. I went winless. I won like 3 or 4 races in the first season of Giggity racing, and then last year after going winless, and Marcus like pretty much kicking my butt every week, I decided I'm gonna run with the trucks. I'm in Xfinity full time, but I'm gonna race down in the trucks and try to get a championship in Xfinity. And then maybe next season, maybe I can turn some heads and then make my run at Cup.
And what car number are you gonna be in? And who's your captain?
RKM. Yep.
Very nice.
We kind of, we've been racing with each other for a long time. We came over here together from midnight, and we always just had fun over here, and we've just it's turned into something amazing. I mean, really, we were just wanting. It was a group of like 6 guys that just wanted to race, and it just exploded. It's really good to see the numbers that we have. Over 100 and something people watching the draft. We got a new sponsor. Like I said, anytime you're in Queens, Pennsylvania, and any kind of welding needs a trailer, you know, you're pulling a trailer and a tire goes off and you need your hubs welded back on or something. It sounds like these guys are your guys to do it. I mean,
yeah, hey, you need something welded, you go to Potter Welding and Fabrication down
Potter's will take care of you, right?
Heck yeah, man, he's got your back.
Right.
But it looks like they're going around the 9. The 9 is going to lap down without any draft. Again, he's being patient. He's being patient. Oh, he pitted. All right.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. He kind of got pushed down pit road, but he was able to get slowed down enough to where he didn't get a penalty. So he said, all right, instead of coming back up in the traffic, I'm going to go ahead and take my pit stop.
Well, thank you for saying that. I did not recall that.
Yeah.
Man, these cars.
I happened to be on his screen, but the top 4 here, man, they kind of worked their way, or the top 3.
Top 3, yeah.
Kind of, have worked themselves a pretty good little lead here.
Dude, that's funny that you say that, Roofer. Man, like, because I was just going to say that. Like, they were all together, and they start falling. Some people start dropping a bit, and these guys are so clean and so respectful of each other. They know if I'm going to wreck, if I'm wrecking, I'm not going to try and take anyone with me. And that's
Right.
really good to see, but it does lead into this. It's a good lesson learner for you, and it helps with your stability too, to be able to avoid things when you may not have control yourself of that car. And
Right.
dang, look at that 9 give that 37 a push, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Marcus is trying to get. He wants his lap back, you know. And right now, he said, if I can just sit here with these guys, if a caution happens, I'm gonna be the first guy lap down, and I've already pitted. So I mean, he's really, if get to the end of the stage or a caution, Marcus is being in good shape here. As actually he's got it. He's getting his lap back now. So he's not the leader, but he's the first guy on the lead lap. They're actually coming up to the 41, so that's why I think he got so aggressive right there. He
I
said
think
now the
that's a smart
41
move
might get lapped. Right.
because you never
Now
know.
it's going to be, yeah,
You never
caution
know,
comes
because
out.
if he was running
Yeah.
fourth, and then all of a sudden, if say Taddy was in the lead, and then
Right.
he gets past one car, even though Marcus would be within a tenth of that car, he's gonna lose that free
Right.
pass. So I
No.
totally agree with what Marcus did,
Yeah,
and
I would have
he's got to
thought
hold it.
like heck, yeah.
See, like that
But see, if the
41 right
41,
there, exact, yeah.
if he can drop in behind the 18 and see if he can hold on, but ooh, it looked like he made a little contact with the wall. That's going to hurt. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to them as fast as they come
Yeah,
up.
I think even
Yeah.
if he didn't hold on to that, or if he didn't just brush that wall, that still would have been tough. But he's gonna have some help behind him in a few, as these 4 cars, part of the lead pack. Well, the 3 behind. Oh, and it looks like they were about to go around Marcus, but they hop right down in. So, dude, another thing that I found is really sweet about this game, as we see the Toyotas going to pit. Oh man, it looks like Buck was going extremely fast on the pit road. He's gotta have a little bit of an issue there. But well, another thing that's cool, so I like to drive on the roof cam, looking at the hood. And if someone on your outside hits the wall, you hear that. You don't just hear your wrecks and stuff. You hear things around you. And I think that's a great thing that 704 did with Heat 4. And so with this Giggity Racing League teaser at Daytona, man, it's going pretty well. We've seen maybe one caution at the beginning, but I think that may have been because of maybe some server difficulties. Unfortunately, Titans was not able to start, which I'm very upset about, man. Titans is a Toyota teammate of mine. Titans is a kid that um, I've been friends with for a while, and he is amazing at
Titans
these.
is
He's amazing at
amazing
these.
driver.
He's amazing at these
Play track.
super speedways, man. And you never know. What if he's so crazed in the head that he's like, I'm gonna just back out. I don't want them to see what I got. I'm gonna save it. I don't think he's not like that. That dude is raw, but that would be kind of funny. He's a raw racer. He always just enjoys a good time. And Taddy now, he's in the back of this big pack who's going to pit, and everyone trying to get down there at once. It doesn't work. That's got to be a caution. Oh man.
We might have our first caution here. I don't know. Let's see if we can hear their motors if they
Yeah,
turn
they
down. That was a
are.
pretty bad one there. Yeah, that's what I thought. See,
Yo.
that played right in Marcus's hand. Now
Sure
Marcus
did.
gets his lap back, and
He
he
can
can
pit.
pit. Right. So he
Dude,
don't get hurt at all.
I like what you said about listening to these engines. Before, I was like, quickly going through the field of cars, and you could tell when someone's got a draft or not. Obviously, dude, you hear that thing wound up. And I want to listen to the motors, especially later on, see if anything kind
Oh
of
yeah.
plays
You can
into
tell when
fuel
someone has
strategy.
it, right. You can, the engine sound is so much different in this. I mean, when I first started racing, I mean, it's almost like they get there is, I don't know, it's so much acceleration you got to be careful. It like jumps up like a horse on you, like especially the late models when I first rode them. I mean, they literally jump with so much horsepower. You got better should be ready to shift. you know,
Yeah.
but you barely get off and you can hear like the motor choke for a minute and then it gets back on. It's just a whole lot different to me. It's a lot more realistic than what it was
Yeah, it
on Heat
seems that
3.
way.
Heat
Definitely
3
seems
was
that way.
more arcade-ish, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, this is
But
a
yeah.
green-white checkered right now for the second stage. So we're finishing up the second
Oh,
stage, and look
wow.
who's up front. It's Mr. Noko in that 48.
He's good at
Marcus
these
tried to
plate
go on the
tracks.
outside, and the 48 goes to block just a slight bit, but the 9 does a good job, and then it looks like there's another caution. We're probably going to end this under caution.
So
Nice
Noko's
finish
going to
by
end up being the
Noko.
winner of stage 2? Yeah.
Marcus gets a second place after being a lap down just then, dude. A lap ago, 2 laps ago, this dude was a lap down. Good job, Marcus. Boom gets the third place finish in that stage. No Pit Pendle, who led a ton in the beginning of that second
Yeah.
stage. Man, that was crazy.
You know,
Let's
he
see how
hung
this
in
goes.
there, and I'm glad he did.
We do. Man, this is going to be an exciting season. I just love seeing these cars on the track. It's different. It's not NASCAR Heat 3. We got some. The motors sound better. You know, I went back and I played some NASCAR Heat 3.
Nick,
and it was
it's
just,
hard to... Oops.
Yeah.
It's hard to do sometimes when you're lapped like that and you're back there all by yourself.
Yeah,
You get disappointed and you're just like, I might as well just back out. You know, and
I do.
I'm glad he stuck with it there, you know.
Same here. And
Like
we're
you
going
said,
green, man.
almost
It's
2
great.
laps down. Yeah, we're back to green with Noko on the lead. Let's see
He's
who's
got
out there
Pip-
on the
Pip
outside, the
Pendle.
31.
It looks like the 18
Him
is
and
on
Pendle's
the
been
inside.
top all night.
Dude, for sure. And unfortunately, Buck,
And
early on in the beginning of the final stage, by
he
himself
lagged
is
out.
off.
Oh.
Oh, no way. He lagged
Or
out?
no. I don't know. I don't see him in the... Let me check pit
I mean,
road
I saw...
actually before I say that.
Yeah, because I saw him go
we
down
got
the
3
track. It
cars
didn't
on
look
pit
like
road,
it.
yeah.
But look, dude,
The
these
40,
guys are getting used to
the
it.
18 and the 11.
Frick.
Let's see, D. Smith, yep, Buck, and the 11 all lagged out. So hopefully they get
that's
the
too
starters
bad.
a little more stable, yeah.
Well, you
But I don't
know...
know, we're probably going to have a cap on it once we figure out what the magic number is, you know, like 17. You know, there's usually like a magic number that if you run more cars than that, you're going to have, you know, a couple guys lag out. But if you run like 15 or 17 guys, most of the time, you don't have a problem. I guess we're gonna have to figure out, keep testing. You know, we're all still. Some guys have had it longer than others. You know, especially
Right.
the esports guys. They've had it for a while. So, just gonna have to figure out what the magic number is to these lobbies. I haven't ran anything more than 20 right now. Ooh, 95 big contact. 41
Yeah,
and 2
that
hard
was-
into the wall. But
That was definitely a series of events there. Unfortunate for
you
some.
don't get the
and
big wild wrecks like you used
not
to.
really
You
for
can
others.
actually hang on
Yeah.
now, you know. That
Dude, for
would have been
sure.
a multi-flipping wreck right there on Heat 3. And they were all able to save it. The 41 of Icy, you know, he went to the back, but he didn't lose the draft or anything. So that's what makes this game a lot better. And before, someone barely touched you. You went flying. The caution wouldn't come out. You felt like the race was over. You wanted to give up.
Yeah.
But they made the fun factor back into it. You know, I like it.
Right.
You know.
And like the apron, man, you don't have to just touch the apron and go
Right.
flying.
You can actually drive
You can
down
use it a
there,
bit,
you know?
yeah. Like you were
Right.
talking about ISM, man.
Yeah.
ISM, for sure. That's one of those
Yeah.
tracks.
Bristol, I hit it, and usually if you barely touch it at Bristol,
Oh, yeah,
on
you're
E3, the bottom at all, you're done. And you had to have your throttle sensitivity just right, because if you got back into the throttle too hard, you would spin on exit every time. And they fixed Bristol. Bristol, I'm really impressed with. Compared, you know, I know a lot of people
Yeah.
hated Bristol on Heat 3, but
Yeah, I'm liking
the only
Bristol too.
track I'm really not impressed with is Auto Club. I just don't like all the bumps, but it's just how it is in real life. So I have to deal with it. Oh, it's contact in the back, the 8 and the 20, but the 20, you see, saves it.
Ooh, they were 3
Uh-oh.
or 4 wide for a
RJ
second.
Smitty around.
Smitty got stopped pretty much.
Wow, yeah, his car wiggled and turned sideways, but he was able to save it. It's just, I noticed that it's a lot easier to save your car, too, you know.
Well, let's talk about that. What do you got to say about saving the car?
Like on the wheel, say if I turn sideways like RJ Smitty just did, if I let off, it'll just automatically turn around straight. Now I'm gonna lose a lot of momentum, but it'll turn around straight. I've seen Celtics is out of the race now too. 88. The Celtics, wow, yeah, Noco's still out front here. I'm right now. I mean, it's hard to be, let's pick the guy up front, but it's going to be hard to beat Noco because he is really good at holding the line, and Pendle is his buddy that he drafted, that he's raced with a long time. So if the 37 stays right behind him until the last lap, it's going to take Marcus and a couple guys like that to form a line on the outside. And right now, there's only 6 cars up there in the lead pack. So, I mean, Noco is really going to be hard to beat.
And Noco's always hard to beat. And going back to
on
saving
default,
the car, man.
Custom, it
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Noco's got the talent, man. But going back to what you were saying about saving the car, I think it's actually a little harder to save a car when you start getting loose. Like, say if your tires are wearing, or if you've got the car
that is true.
too loose off exit. Counter steering does not.
Right.
You can overcorrect.
You can overcorrect
really a ton, man. It's like driving on snow, man.
That's why I took my steering sensitivity way down, because just for the steering back to the right. Now I got it to where it really helps whenever your car gets loose.
So what I did,
if you're on wheel, anyways.
What I did, I took my throttle sensitivity down so that I could
definitely
do it with, I can try and save it with the throttle as well.
Right.
So I'm gonna
look at my throttle sensitivity and
that.
steering sensitivity, and they would think I'm crazy, but it's actually, I tested it out. I put my car on purpose way too loose. I ran like a loose 9 on Cup just to see if I was right about steering back to the right, and it works. And that's what the guy that ran at esports was telling me. Like, I know quite a few of these esports guys, and I mean, they don't give me their complete setup and all that, but they will try to give me some pointers and help me out and steer us in the right direction, Yeah. And the guy Red I'm talking about, he's putting out some pretty nice custom videos, for custom setups. So like I said, if you have YouTube, it's not hard to find some really good custom setups.
Yeah, it's a good
starting
spot, man. Get the ball rolling.
But
you see what does what, because sometimes you got to find that. You got to find that.
Everyone don't drive the same,
Right. Like me and my teammate from my last season.
Get in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or someone likes it real loose, someone doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also, like we were talking about, the controller or wheel settings themselves.
Right.
Some people have it different, where they can control a looser car better, and then vice versa.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that play into it.
Marcus trying to make a big move with Flo, but made contact with him. But I believe Flo is going to say, well, I'm going to go. Since you're going to hit me, I'm going low now.
Yeah, I'm sticking with this pack, man. You want to get around, well, you're going to have to try a little more, because we're on lap 70 at 100.
Right, there's still 30 more
into,
laps.
Yeah, this is
Marcus
71. Ooh, looks like go with the flow. That 20 is getting moved a bit from behind. He's getting a nice push, but he went up into the 1 just the slightest bit. Then, the 28, the 20, the 8, and the 9 were 3 wide for a second. Marcus did a really smart thing by just backing off a bit and, just dissolving that situation. Dang.
I'm pretty sure Noco runs on. I know he ran on plate tracks a T150 last year, and I mean, it looks like he has his wheel settings dialed in pretty nice, because I'm watching the chase view from the front pack, and he's not wiggling. He's holding just a perfect, nice straight line. The guys even behind him aren't really wiggling back and forth. Like in Heat 3, it looked like a snake behind them, but I'm impressed by how stable the cars are on here. It's it's really impressive, man.
I agree.
And I've seen people complaining about it, and I was like, how you could complain about this game if you don't like it? Go spend $3,000 on a PC and about $1,000 a year on iRacing. I mean, this is the best you're gonna get for console racing.
I bought a PC. I bought a PC. I already had the G29, right? I bought the PC for iRacing. I did it for like a month, but you know what? There wasn't the camaraderie like there is here.
No,
I didn't have the relationships like I do with all you guys. And
That's
that
one
means
that
more.
you,
That's what
right.
means
You
more
can't
to
put a
me.
price tag on that, right?
No, you can't.
Just to
You
having a
can't.
friendship, you know.
Yeah, so
I
now
mean, I
I've
hate.
got this you know, $1,300 USB charger pretty much sitting here,
Wow. Yeah.
but
That's
it's
unfortunate. Like I
no,
did the same thing. I even bought the track packs and the car packs, and I spent like $200 or $300 on it. You know, on because it's $17. A lot of people don't realize, you know, the initial charge is like $30, but you only get the Legend
yeah,
car, a Street Stock, and
you get
every
limited
different car.
tracks. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It can.
It's still great, but
Right.
it's you know
You could spend
having
thousands of dollars to have everything. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's to have all the tracks and all the different series. It's just, but that's what I hate seeing the complaints about it because I mean, compared to Heat 3, I mean, this is just so much better. We haven't
yeah,
had but one caution in this race. I mean, a lot of issues have been fixed, and we haven't even had our first update yet. So once they figure out the bugs and they're able to update it one time, it's just going to get better.
yeah.
So the people that are, you know, ripening the Heat 3 community, try to, you know, make the best out of the situation. It's not Codemaster. 704 only has about 20 employees, where EA, they used to have
No,
a
what really?
thousand
I didn't
employees,
know
you
that.
know. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
they're actually a smaller company. So for a smaller company, they do a pretty good job on this game. I
I'm with you
mean,
on that, Roofer. And you know what? I don't know if the esports guys were the ones that did the testing for the game, you know, before it came out, or whoever did.
right,
But you brought up a good point. This game just came out, and there has been minimal issues with it.
right.
I
I
think
know
it's
there's been
doing
a
damn
few
well.
wheel issues, you know, wheel popping and stuff like that, but that's mainly to do with settings.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
you go
Yeah.
and
My
take your
wheel
force feedback,
knocks. Yeah. Yeah.
right. Mine does the same thing. Pretty much take your force feedback all the way down and just creep it up slowly until you get it to where it's nice. And I actually found mine to be nice where it actually knocks a little and it turns perfectly. I don't think the knocking's gonna hurt anything. It's just it knocks a little bit, but it's turning
It's just
nice.
it's more
So
of an annoyance. That's really it. And it
right,
makes me
right.
think like, all right, how much life do I have left in the steering wheel now?
Right. I think that'd be one of the patches that they'll probably try to, you know, fix, you know.
Yeah, man.
I would. So right now, though, still Noco and Pendle, man, they are really, since the third stage started, they have been really on a roll. But I'm noticing Marcus make some moves back there. He is trying to work himself into that third position. He's been sitting back there in sixth. He got around the 8, but he hasn't been able to get around that 20 card. Flow has been his kryptonite so far.
So I
You
got
see,
something, man. Dude, it seems like there's 3 separate packs of cars right now.
yeah,
Does it not?
yes.
We got
And
the
the
leaders.
top pack has really put a big. Oh, the 8 kind of just lost it out of nowhere.
Oh,
Let's
see,
see,
he's gonna
hopefully.
need to stick with it.
Uh,
Maybe that 9, the
Marcus
other
is
Chevrolet
trying
will.
so hard,
Marcus can
but no
try and
one's
hold that guy
right.
with him.
Flo is just not wanting anything. And I'm just at
Oh, it looks like
Daytona,
some guys are coming out of pit road. 24,
uh,
31, boom.
that's what's going on. They short pitted. That's
All
why there's a
right.
big.
Here
So
we go.
that's
See,
going to
that's
bring the second pack closer if they work together. You
see,
know,
that's
like
that's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
You know, a long green flag run like this, it really does play out for
Right.
strategies. And sometimes whenever there's a caution and it ruins that, I get upset. I'm like, dang it, man! Like that would have been my time to shine. But we'll see what
I
happens.
kind of wish they would have ran the night race just to see the transition from like early day to night.
Well, it looks
You
like we
know,
got
but
something to do after this.
Right. I haven't ran an actual. Ooh, the one that Noco's kind of left his buddy all out to dry there. No
Got
pit
there.
Pendle, he took him high and he
Man.
followed him, and then the one made such a big run that it
Ooh,
kind of.
one
I
down
don't
into
think
the nine.
Noco was expecting it. Wow.
Holy cow!
I'm
You
trying to
never
see
know
who's.
too.
Oh, that's Trout in the one car.
You never know,
Trout's
man.
Wow.
With the way that, you know, we just saw some guys coming off pit road. I don't know about Pendle, no pit Pendle, but for myself, sometimes if I know I'm gonna pit, kind of don't want to have dudes behind me.
Yes.
So
I was
maybe
thinking the
he's
same
trying to
thing.
work his way.
Right.
One thing that I like to do at super speedways when I'm in a pack and I'm talking with the guys is, all right, well, we all know when we're gonna pit, we know what we're gonna do, but where are you gonna be entering pit road, just in case I'm too hard on the, you know, if I'm not hard enough on the brake and I get
Right.
in the back or vice versa. I like to get with a group and be like, all right, you get closer to the wall, I'll get closer to the middle, and you get closer to the double yellow, you know, when you're going
Right.
below the, you know, off the track when you're on the apron. Try and stagger it out like that.
Right.
I think that's a good way to enter pit road so that you
Tell
don't
them,
have
yeah,
to,
have them
yeah,
fan out.
fan
Right.
out.
You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. It looks like we got our boy Dime Bags in here. What's up, Dime?
What's up,
What's
Don?
going on, man? What's up? What y'all
Not too
doing?
much. We're
Practicing?
broadcasting right now for
Oh, cool.
Giggity. Yeah.
What's up? Nice.
Yeah, Noco right here, and we've got Trout behind him. Marcus has made it up to fourth, but they made a little contact back there. They saving it. To me, I would think they'd be coming to pit pretty soon
Yeah.
with that other pack pitting.
Yeah, and you can hear these cars winding up, man.
Right. You know, I haven't heard no saving out of Noco. I've
No.
been pretty much on the chase view. He's pretty much had the hammer down.
Yeah, these Chevrolets up front, man.
Wow.
There's
Marcus,
5
he
of them
wants
in a
someone so
Toyota.
bad to go with him.
I think the Toyota knows what's going on, man. Go with the flow in the 20.
And that's
He's staying
smart.
back there, and I
Right.
think, yeah, he may be like,
Yeah, just
you know,
hang on to the Chevy's draft.
Right,
Right.
three quarters throttle. Just
Yep.
stick with the draft, and you know you're gonna pit soon. And
Super Speedways is a place that you can save a lot of ton by sitting back there in the draft.
yeah,
and
as
just
long as you got
riding
someone,
half throttle.
you do not want to go by yourself. You do not want to be that
Right.
one guy, because you don't
You
know
gotta have
if
a
you're gonna
dance
come
partner.
out and have
Right.
someone around you, or how wound up they are.
Right.
It's a big risk to take. Like looking at the 42 right now, that 42 Wicked Gatekeeper, we haven't talked much about him yet tonight. He could be a sleeper, but he's by himself. He's going to get run down. And behind him is Smitty. He as well is by himself. I'm not too positive on the running order, but I do believe the top 6 have not pitted.
Yeah, that's what I haven't seen Noco go down pit road yet. And
Nah.
I mean, they haven't signaled yet. I am noticing
There,
that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here it comes. I was gonna say I just noticed that
the
Noco's
37
wheel was
almost.
starting to shake.
The 37 missed it. No pit pendle.
Oh, he did. Wow. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty or a
No,
drive
dude, the
through.
game didn't put him in there.
Yeah.
He's just driving like he's on the
That's
track.
going to kill him. Yeah. Hopefully, if he has
that's
enough
too
fuel
bad.
to make it back around, yeah, he had a good car. But I haven't had many issues getting on pit road compared to Heat 3. I thought it was like really smooth getting on pit road. This game was.
So you know, I have a clutch, man, and it makes it easy to get on pit road.
Right. Do you engine brake or do you like downshift?
No, dude, I throw it in
neutral.
neutral. I throw it in neutral so that the car doesn't want to slip around. Yeah, so that there isn't any power going to those rear wheels anymore, because that's when it wants to spin. You know.
Heat 3, I had to keep a little bit of throttle, maybe 10% throttle as I was braking.
As you're braking to keep
the car straight.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to do that.
With this car, I don't have to do that. With a stick, I don't have to do that.
That's what I figured. Yeah, I'm gonna have to when I get these new pedals. Yeah, I'm gonna try to invest in a shifter and a pedal set here.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty happy with the wheels, so there's no reason for me to invest in the wheel part. So I just need to upgrade the pedals.
Yeah, watch out for the springs, man. I blew the springs. They all collapsed. They all.
Right.
In the T150 that I had. And when I took it all apart, I was like, all right, yeah, the springs were just gone. I could have just gotten these springs, but then you got to calibrate it, because if you think about it, if you think about a controller, when you push down on R2, right, So there's these two gears that meet. There's a gear that controls, say, the R2, the pressure that you push down. And then there's a gear, instead of it being your finger, it's another gear that's controlled by the pedal. And you have to meet that just right, so that when you push down on the pedal, it turns that gear to push down the motor that's gonna need R2.
These plastic pedals,
crazy.
you know, like I said, I wish I'd have just spent the extra $40 and got the T150 Pro, and it came with metal pedals, because I found out just the metal pedal set alone is like $150. So if you're gonna buy it, you might as well buy the T150 Pro at the first time instead of getting just a T150 with the plastic pedals. That's what I would recommend.
Well, there we go. We got some advice. Thank you, Roofer. And you know what? Hey,
I mean,
man.
it's only an extra $40, you know. So go ahead and spend the extra $40, and then if you don't have to worry about plastic pedals breaking and the metal pedals that I've heard, everyone says they're real tight.
Someone's
they're
lagging.
real nice.
I think RJ
I noticed the 9
Smitty
got around the 48.
I think that RJ Smitty just fell back and moved real quick to the front, or almost to the back at 95, but the two behind him got the short end of that stick. Luckily they didn't spin, they still have the draft.
I wonder how many laps. We got to be getting close on laps.
We're
because
at
the guys
86 out of 100, or 87
14.
Right now.
So 13 to go. Yeah, the guys that pitted in Noco's group, they all took 2 tires.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
And I'm not sure about Go With The Flow, but he's by himself with that 20, and we saw him with that lead pack. I hope
you're right.
He didn't
I think
have an
he
issue.
took 4 tires.
Dang.
And I don't think he was, because he wasn't in the same chat with the Chevy guys. He didn't know that they were probably taking just 2 tires, and now he's.
And the other Toyota teammate, you know, he, like you said, they weren't in the same pack.
Right, you got to be in the same pack with your teammates. You know, now he's either got to fall back for his teammate, or just he's not going to catch these lead guys, because I mean they're. Let's see what the gap is from the top 3 here to the second pack is. Wow, it's huge.
The second pack is a huge pack, though. Speaking of huge.
Yeah,
and I'd be kind of worried with the 24 RJ Smitty right there.
Ooh,
because
Trout and the 48 and the 9's beating on each other hard.
That's exactly what that backpack wants to see.
Yeah, the 9 and the 48 got side by side, and they were pretty much beating each other's doors down. I thought they were on the same team, driving for the same Hendrick car. Maybe it was just yeah, they're doing a really good job of drafting right now. I just seen Marcus give the 48 just a beautiful push in the Trout. The Chevys have really been good tonight. I've got Chevy's been 1, 2, 3 pretty much all night.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Even at the beginning we saw that,
right.
You know.
Yeah, that's first thing we noticed is all the Hendrick Chevys up there, right?
And you know, thinking of manufacturers, there were 4 Toyotas in here, and 2 of them, unfortunately, again, sorry Titans brother, but he
believe
didn't get
95
the start.
He's
Toyota,
is the leader of the second pack here, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's in 6th place right now.
That's crazy. See how much, if you can work on drafting together, how big of a lead you can really open up here. You know, they probably got 15 seconds on them guys.
Dude, I wonder if Go With The Flow actually went with 2 tires, because he's on the backstretch, and that other pack just got on the backstretch. So
really?
And K-Taddy's in 6th, and the leaders, like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure that there's stragglers between the lead pack and the pack that's started by K-Taddy. Let's see. So our leaders are on the backstretch right now. They just exited 2, but that second pack is just getting past the start-finish line.
Noco and them are just going into 3 right now.
And then the 8 is on the backstretch. I think the 8 and the 20 are stragglers in between those packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because that would make sense why Taddy would be in 6th.
Right. Wow. Yeah, because Noco right now, they just crossed the line, fixing to go into 1. So yeah, let me see what. If I can find what you're talking.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
the
the
8.
eight.
I think the 8 might be in 4th, and then the 20 in 5th,
Yep,
and then Taddy. I
that's
believe.
it. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Hey, man, I did something. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah,
Let's
you're
see.
right. Because
Yeah.
I guess who know? I can see on Taddy's screen now that white 20. Yeah, you're totally right. The 8 and the 20 is in between Taddy and that other group there. Oh, I see
So,
some lag bad out of the 31. Yeah,
ooh,
you can if you can look on Taddy's screen right now, you can see the 20 down there. Now they're gonna catch him fast.
they are.
So
See, that's funny. I'm on YouTube watching Boomhauer's stream. Thank you, Boomhauer, for doing this. He's,
yeah,
just a
the lap
minute,
counter, right?
not even a minute ago, Go With The Flow in 5th was 7 seconds ahead of him. Now he's 6.2, 6.1.
Oh, Marcus
It's
makes a move on
changing.
second. He gets alongside of Trout, but then he stalls out and gets back behind him.
That 37, they're coming up on that 37 now, the lead pack. But I remember the 37, didn't he have an issue getting on pit road? He did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
That
Him
sucks.
and Noko kind of got into it before that. No Pit Pendle had a really good car tonight.
Oh, no, man. He led a lot in that second stage.
Yes, he was up front all night. Him and Noko made a little incidental contact, and that only put him back to 6. It was just when he got on the pit road, he didn't hit the commitment cone in time.
I know,
He made the white line, but he just didn't get to the cone. So you definitely got to get underneath that cone.
Definitely.
It spits you right through pit road, and then you'll have to go around again.
Yeah, these guys are only 4.5 seconds behind Go With The Flow now.
Yeah, they're gonna, and we're probably 8 laps to go. They're gonna probably catch him well within before the end of the race. I see Marcus is wanting the 1 to go. He's really wanting Trout to stick his nose out there on Noko right now, but I think Trout's gonna be smart and wait.
Well, you know what's good too, man. So that 9, he's got the 37 behind him. That 37, what does he have to gain? What does he have to lose? That's exactly who I want to help push me right now, because he could push you to a win, and you don't have to worry about him trying to get around you.
He has nothing to gain but just to say, hey, I pushed this guy to a win.
Even the 9, even if the 9 is behind that 37, the 9 can push the 37. If they both get around, the 9 could win this race.
Yep.
Heck. So
as you see, as soon as they lapped him, he got right back in there because he's just as fast as these guys. He just had an unfortunate event on pit road. You
dude, you completely
right. And,
so these guys are only two seconds behind Go With The Flow. So I got to keep saying it because it's just so.
Oh yeah. Well, it's huge back here in the second pack. And I know they've kind of walked off up here in the front. I guess I better keep an eye on the second pack because that's really where all the action is.
Yeah,
right,
and if we listen to these motors too, listen to these motors. So I'm not gonna say anything,
remember?
But that's right. Yeah, they did, huh?
Fuel is an issue, I believe.
Dude, listening to this 20, listen to this 20,
yes.
And then go back to 95. They've got 1,500 more RPMs, maybe, dude. They're killing it.
He does his job. He holds it down low.
The 95 goes down. He wants that 20 to come with him. He wants that Toyota. Dude, the 90. I think we just may have learned something there. I think that may have been an amazing execution of passing a lead pack driver. The 95 went down there, and it looked like he was in front of him. It looked like he could have cleared the 31, but he stuck down there to pick up everyone that's with him.
Oh, yeah, you don't never want to, the guys that have, pushed you and helped you, you don't never want to, it was contact up front. I'm seeing Marcus trying to make a move for the lead. He accidentally hit the wall, but actually keeps his momentum going pretty good.
When a Trout fell off a bit.
Right. And Pendle, he's trying to unlap himself. He's back behind Noko, and that's like I said, I'm pretty sure Pendle was like Noko's second or third pick. And so I'm pretty sure that 37's totally committed to 48.
Yeah, let's see where the lap count is right here. We got 3 laps to go.
Right. I don't see the 37 coming out of line and helping Marcus out. He's going to stay with the guy that drafted him, is my opinion. So it's going to be hard to beat Noco with 3 laps to go with a guy blocking for him too, you know.
Yeah, dude, completely.
He did a great job all night though, you know. Maybe this 24 that's coming up, you know, it's teammates with Marcus, and that could level the playing field out.
You know, you're very yeah. He's getting all the help he can right now.
Right.
Look at RJ
Right.
go up the track. I'm with the 9 right
Right.
now on Marcus E-dubs. I think we've got a chance here. Go up there, Marcus.
Right.
Go get the. All right.
Yeah, he
I like
wants
that.
the 24 to get behind him and push, right? Because the 37's pushing the 48. That
Yeah.
could even things out.
You know,
I'd
I think
love to see
Marcus
him
did the right
finish 2 by
idea.
2.
He needs to
Right.
get that 24 with him. 24's there. And it's good thing he didn't
he's
just
good
go
at
right
pushing.
there. Oh, dude, I would definitely. And
Really
here we go.
good pusher. Here it is. I predicted. Let's see if they run him clean. If they hold him down
Look
and
at the
give him
9. The
room.
9's trying to
He's
side draft
trying
the
to side
37
draft so
to get him
hard,
off
ain't he?
Noco.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him
He
off
did a good
Noco.
job there. Smitty's giving him the push now. It's going to get exciting.
Noco
believe
needs
we're
to
down to
just
about 2 to
hold
go.
that double yellow. He needs to hold
That's
that double
it. That's the
yellow.
shortest way around the track. Right.
Don't worry about behind you right now, man. Hold that double yellow. He goes up
Right.
the track, it looked like.
Wow. I
He's
can't believe he
protecting.
gave up the bottom.
Yeah, well,
Wow,
he knew
yeah.
that nothing was coming, but ooh, the 37
I
gets
guess you
into
could-
the 24. It looks like he wants to make it a
Oh.
2-car battle. I think
So
there's a caution.
the 9
No, was that the race? Was that the race?
I think
was
that
the
was
race.
into the race.
Dude,
Yep.
honestly, I
Marcus
got
battled back
so
to second
into that
place
battle,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's
when
see
I
a
seen-
battle for.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh,
like
yeah, I wanna see-
Taddy's gonna get, I think, 5th.
Coming across the stride. All right.
The 2 Toyotas, or yeah, 4th and 5th, I believe that should be.
Yeah, I hate it that we didn't get to talk a lot more about these guys, like, Checkmate Taylor in the 71, Larson, Nate, we did get a lot of airtime for him. D. Smith in the 40, not as much, you know, is new, he lagged out. Trout did a heck of a job, he got a lot of air, you know, Boomhauer in the
Wicked
31.
gatekeeper too, man.
Right, Napa
Yeah.
fan 24. You know, we had 2 24s tonight, so that kind of confused us. But one was Jeff Gordon, one was the William Byron.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got you
Unfortunately,
with that.
88 of Celtics, he was up there. He lagged out, but Marcus got a second. Wicked gatekeeper, he was up there. That was a great race, man.
I agree with you, Roofer. It
For
was
a
a ton of
preseason
fun.
race, man,
Let's try
I'm
and get.
stoked.
Who are the 3
let's see
top
if we can-
finishers? Let's try and get them in here. What am I doing? Or actually, do you mind suggesting them for
Suggesting
me?
them?
Yeah, so I don't have to
Gotcha.
go through that. But
Yep,
I believe
gotcha.
it was what was it? It had to have been.
I know Marcus, I would believe, would be second.
Yeah, Noco, Marcus, and the 1. Was it still? It was still the 1, right?
I would think it would be Trout. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if not, I mean, I can get Marcus here. Here's Marcus in the suggested box, and then I'll get Noco in there for you.
All
All right,
right.
Marcus is in there. So maybe if we got second in here, he could tell us who was third, but I'll go ahead and see if Marcus takes the invite, and I'll go ahead and suggest another player for you too, just so you'll have him in the box. I'll have Noco in there too.
All right. Wonderful, man. Well,
Yes,
shoot.
sir.
Well, here. Let me. Did you already suggest them, or?
I got Marcus in the suggested box already.
All right. 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna go blue screen. Oh, actually, it's an open lobby. They should be able to just join. I
Oh
think
yeah,
you're
they
just
should be able to
just.
join.
All right, perfect.
Right. Okay. Well, Taddy said invite him.
All
Into
right. Yeah, if you don't mind doing
Awesome.
that as well.
Yep. Got you right here.
Yo, I hope everyone that watched, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope that if you need some welding stuff
There
done,
it is.
you go check out Potter Welding and Fabrication again. They got your back. So we've got K-Taddy, we got Marcus, E-Dubs in here. Marcus, dude, is that a second place finish for you there?
Yes, sir. Love it.
And weren't you just a lap down?
Yeah, I was a lap down in that last run. Well, not the last run, but coming to stage two, I was a lap down, and I just tried to see if I can get a caution, but stayed out. And I pitted and luckily just got back up there with the rest of the field. Luckily.
Yeah, you did. I really like the moves that you were making, man. It was great. I think someone's mic. It sounds like someone's like driving in a car right now. I don't know whose mic is
Sorry.
Yeah.
getting in. Oh no, dude, it's all right. Yo,
It's good. Is it good
so
to go?
for a teaser, how do you think you did? How do you think others feel about you? I thought you did a good job. I thought you were
Oh,
respectful. What do you think from your
Um,
perspective?
I think
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right.
that too. I'm here so I don't get fined. Overall, I think it.
hold on. We can't hear you, Marcus. Go
Did you
ahead.
have your
You
voice
can't.
set to always loud? Okay.
No, whatever that noise is in the background, it might be you.
Yeah,
Yeah, let
there's
me mute
definitely
mine
some
up.
wind.
Yeah, mute your mic for a second there, bud.
There you go.
Is it
Perfect.
good now? We're good now.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Roofer's mic that was messed up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm planning to get another headset, guys. Just
Ah, it wasn't you, dude. You're
No,
good.
no, it wasn't you, it was Roofer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
you're.
mine, not yours.
Yeah, dude, you're good. You're good to go. Uh, I'm just, I'm happy for you. And what do you think it would have took to get that win? It looked like the 24 almost helped you there.
well, honestly, it was kind of late that I, tried to get a run. So maybe if I had just one more lap, I should have waited to draft up behind the 37 and then maybe the 24. Well, of course, the 24, he was gonna help me out. So I really think if I would have just stayed behind and be patient, but speaking of, I thought I could have it because I was trying to side draft and see if the 24 was just gonna stick to my bumper because that was kind of working, but um, you know, just at the end of the day, just gotta have a run at the end. So I just wish I had that run, but come away with a second place finish for the Chevy team. It's a great start to the preseason teaser, and you
That's
guys
right.
in for a treat. This Sunday.
Yo, hey, yo, Roofer, Marcus
Let
just
me
said it
see
right there.
that.
That was a preseason teaser, man. We are in for a
Most
treat,
definitely.
man. Teaser treat, whatever you want to call it. It all added up to that.
When I seen you work your
That
way
was
back
exciting.
onto the lead lap, I was like, man, he's got a really good car. I seen you get pushed down pit road, I don't know, and you decided to maybe go ahead and pit instead of coming back up
Um,
in the traffic. Is what it
well,
kind of,
well,
I don't know
with
if it was
that,
planned pit stop. Yeah. Was that planned?
with that, actually, me and the 88, we had a run coming in
Right.
stage one, and I ended up getting hit, and I ended up flipping, and that's what mainly caused me to be a lap down.
Uh-huh.
So, I was just glad I was
Yeah.
recovering from that.
Yeah, I went on your onboard and I seen that you was back there all by yourself, and I was like, man, I hope in stage one he can get everything taken care of, or into stage two, and got right back up there and had a heck of a car, man. Heck of a car.
I think
I seen you
honestly,
was trying
yeah,
to
I agree.
peek out there way earlier, it's just no one would go with him, you know. I seen him peek out there with the 20 several times, and the 20 wouldn't never go with him, you know. It's just hard to go, get around when you ain't got no help. It's all about draft partners, but I'm really excited for the regular season, man. Put on a heck of a show tonight for a teaser for sure.
Yeah, Roofer was right. You were making moves. You were trying to make moves, see who'd be there with you, and I think that's very smart to do. Marcus, yeah, I thought that was awesome. I hope you enjoyed that, and
Gives him a game plan
good
for
luck in the
Sunday
regular
now
season.
too, you know. All right.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding at
You
all.
know. All right. Great job, Marcus.
Appreciate it. You guys take care.
Thanks,
Yes,
man. You
sir.
too. All right, so it looks like we have the winner too. I'm not
Hey,
sure if
actually, hey, let's hold
yeah
off on Noko.
yeah sure.
With Noko also being a captain, even though he's the race winner, I'm gonna get
Marcus was the top finisher for his team, and then Noko was for his team. I'm going to bring in Go with the Flow from the underdog group. We'll interview him, and then we'll go ahead and get to Noko and probably Boomhauer, also another captain that ran.
Yeah, let's do it. That's a cool idea.
Kind of get the idea of the captains after that deal.
Yeah, man.
So who do we need for Go with the Flow?
I just sent him an invite. He should be in
All
2
right,
seconds.
awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, I thought he did a wonderful. I noticed a 20 car because I'm used to driving it on Heat 3. I'm really not a Toyota fan. It's just I'm so used to driving that car. I keep an eye on it, and he did a great job all night, man. There he is, right there.
There he is.
He's actually using the 20 car.
Yeah, that's what he did. A great job in that 20.
Yeah, Go with the Flow, man. In that 20, you were by yourself for a while towards the end there. What was were you off strategy and did you take 2 tires? What'd you do?
I took 4.
You took 4.
Yeah, and everybody else took 2.
Right. I was the other way around.
That's what I thought happened.
That you were right at.
Because he was with him, right?
Man.
Heck.
So how was it being by yourself for a little while?
I was being canged up by the Chevys now.
Did you learn something for Sunday? You learned something for Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's good, man.
Get some teammates up there with you.
I thought you did an excellent job, man. I was pumped. It's nice to see the Toyotas doing what they're doing, man. Even though 2 of the Toyotas fell out, but we'll talk about that. That stinks.
It was a fun race. I wore out trying to hold on to that car.
There you go, man. I love the honesty, man. That was 100 laps. It's a long one.
On the wheel? Was you on a wheel or a controller? Yeah, the wheel. It can wear you out, especially at 50. If you like good force feedback, some guys don't run no force feedback.
Oh, I run it all the way to the top. I sweat, dude. It sucks.
Right. Yeah, man. I run my force feedback up too.
Yeah, you'll be having them Hulk Hogan arms by the end of the season,
That or Popeye.
It's a good workout. Right, them Popeye arms.
Flo.
Well, good job.
As Enoch had said, some of the, I want to get this kind of from a driver's point of view, but as Enoch said, 2 of your Toyota teammates lagged out or backed out or something. You and I didn't get a whole lot of chances to work together, but until there at the very end of the race after you lost the lead back. Go through real quick what it's like, the difference of when you're by yourself with that group of Chevys to the very end of the race when you and I were able to work together and muster up a 4th and 5th. Just kind of go through the difference real quick of how you felt between with and without teammates.
Oh, you're just outnumbered. You just, you can't get runs. I mean, if I'd pull out to the outside to get a run to go get the outside going, then I would just get, hung out to dry. They would all go back to the inside, and I'd have to start all over again. Versus if you have a teammate, you pull out, your teammate's gonna go with you. So that's the difference there. I had a whole bunch of Chevys, 1 Toyota,
Yeah. Well, I want to say congratulations, man. Top 5 finish in the preseason teaser. 15 cars, 16 cars, something like that started. That's no joke. That's a lot of cars.
Well, congrats to you on your 4th place finish.
Hey, it's all about helping the teammate, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what you got this coming Sunday as the season actually starts. And great job again, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got to say, great job as well. And
I was watching you, and you did a great job, man. I could tell, you was holding a really nice line. Great job. Really impressed.
Well, I wanted to, I'm feeling that 20 car. I know you used to drive that 20 car.
Yeah.
It's big shoes to fill.
Right. Well, you're doing a good job of it, man. You're doing a dang good job, buddy.
All right.
Good job. I hope you have a good job Sunday, buddy. Good luck.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Well, now we have our race winner. Noko Racing 48 is in here. We also have another captain of Boomhauer. So we have 3 of the captains in here. First off, I want to start with you, Noko. Congratulations on the win. Great job, man.
Oh, I appreciate that, guys.
So I want to talk about the race real quick before we get into any captain stuff. Noko, at the end of the race, man, you guys had some lapped cars with you. You know, you and Marcus. What were you thinking? Were you protecting that bottom? What were you doing?
I just knew that having some teammates behind me, that we weren't gonna give it away easily. So having that help, you really kind of you have that assurance looking behind you, and you see that one car or that 37 car, and you're like, okay, cool. I really don't have to worry about nothing. There's gonna be no pressure unless I were to slip up and obviously let them go by. I wasn't gonna have to worry about anybody forcing a big issue and causing us all to get in an accident. So I mean, having that peace of mind really helped. There was points in the race that there was some serious lag out there, and I know lag really ruined a lot of people's, finishes. They ran a lot better than what they finished. I mean, everybody did a really really good job out there tonight. I was impressed. I thought the racing was good. There was a part at the end of stage two where on the final lap, Marcus, he had a run on me on the outside, and I came up to block it, and right then and there when I blocked it, I guess somebody got in an accident back in the back somewhere, and the caution came out and ended the stage. But I mean, when you're going for the lead like that, and you wanna try to stay up front. Track position is so important. You kind of make those moves. I feel like all the Chevys collectively did a really good job. Um, we worked well together. Our team did well with RJ Motorsports and Boom Racing. I feel like all of us together was really strong. At one point, I think we had like 10 Chevrolets in the top 10. So,
Wow.
I mean, it was a really good showing for Chevrolet in general and our team. Uh, I'm just really proud of my guys. They held it together. It was great communication. Great job on pit road, other than the 37 kind of had a penalty at the end there on that final stop, but he would have definitely been in the mix with us. And I just can't say nothing but good things about those guys. They did a really good job tonight.
Yeah, you did a great job. Congrats on the win. The Chevys did. How many Fords were in there? One? Two?
Two.
I don't know. Two? And the Toyotas also, everyone did a great job. Was there even a caution? Like, you all together in Giggity Racing League did a great job in that race. That was a ton of fun to watch and the call.
It
Yeah,
was phenomenal.
there was two cautions in total to answer your question, Enoch. Once
Yeah,
we first got started, there was a quick caution,
right.
and then also during the first pit cycle, some of the guys had already pitted, and then the guys that were getting ready to pit. Again,
That's
this is
right.
kind of all new, but they didn't notify they were going to pit. So when they shot down to pit, some of the
That's
guys that
right.
had
That's
already
right.
pit were underneath them, and it caused a big melee on entrance. But other than that, I think those were the only two cautions of the race.
Yeah, that was some
Yeah,
really clean
that
running,
last
so good
sequence,
job.
like Teddy
Yeah.
was talking about, that last sequence where I had Boom with us, we had Kay Larson and a few other guys. We were all trying to get on pit road together, and I think some guys kind of maybe were speeding or something happened back there. But it's really tough to get on pit road when you got 7, 8, 9 cars all wanting to go down at the same time, and it's especially difficult when you can't communicate with any other
Yeah,
drivers besides the 8 drivers you have in in your chat.
right. Me and Noko, sorry to interrupt you, but me and Enoch was actually talking about that when you guys started pitting. I said, man, it's really hard when you're in a Ford chat, a Toyota chat, and a Chevy chat. When and you come in a group like that, you can't say, hey, I'm gonna go really low. Let's fan out like that, because you really can't communicate with the other guys because you're not in the same chat. So it's kind of like a luck of a draw getting on pit road clean or not. And you did a great job tonight. And I don't think I really ever seen you drop out of the top 5. You were just really consistent and stayed up there all night, and that's what it takes. Um, Pendle was a guy that you drafted, right? So I was,
Yeah, the
His first
37.
draft pick. That was his
right.
Yeah,
That's
first
what I
draft
thought.
pick.
the
Right. That's what I was
37. Correct. The
thinking.
37, the one, and the one car of Trout. Those are both my drivers, both my cars.
Right. Okay.
Also, the 42, a
Also,
Wicked Gatekeeper, was in the field. That's also his
yep.
driver.
The 42
Okay.
is also another one of my drivers, and also the 40 of D. Smith, but he had some lag issues, and then I believe Wicked got caught up in a few lag
I was
accidents,
thinking
but
maybe
we
you
were all
guys,
pretty much up there, top 5, top 10 most of
yeah,
the race.
we was
Wicked
thinking that
was
y'all had maybe did some draft practice, together as, because y'all did a good job as teammates, you could tell. The
Wicked was in the
Chevys
back
all
with
together.
me that second pack. Noko, just FYI on how he run. He was in the back that second pack, and The second pack, we had by far had a lot more cars than you guys, but everybody was kind of hooking up with their teammates, and instead of staying single file to catch the leaders, I think they just were like, we can't catch, let's just try to improve our position. I think we had 10 cars in the second pack, and we were side by side, 5 rows deep for the last 10
Yeah,
laps, I think. I mean, it was crazy back there. I know you guys were having a shootout with your few cars, but we had a
I
dash
couldn't
back
believe the
there.
top three like that ran away from you that many cars that
Well,
much.
yeah, that's
But
what I'm
you
saying.
know,
Well, that's side by
right,
side. I mean, it didn't
re,
give us much of a chance.
right.
So real quick, I'm gonna get offline, and then I kind of want just real quick, Noko and Boomhauer. I want you guys to, as Boomhauer's in here, just kind of give it a feel. You know, tell the viewers that we have how this drafting, you know, and the new teammates and trying to work with them. Kind of give them the overall view of that, and then we'll go ahead and end the broadcast. But before I get offline, I want to shout out to. We're trying something new this season. I heard you talking about them, Nick. Um, Potter Welding and Fabrication. We got a sponsor for the first time they've hooked on. That's really cool. Tonight was not a sponsored race, but they will be sponsoring the Sunday Cup Series. So big shout out to them. And you know, anybody else that's looking out there trying to get your name out for sponsorship. I mean, we're not necessarily looking, but I mean, it is what it is. So again, big shout out to Potter Welding and to all the drivers tonight. Great job to all the viewers. Thank you. Um, hoping to see you guys all here on Sunday.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
good.
great.
Just right. The drivers, y'all put on a heck of a show, man. Heck of a race. Y'all put on a great show for the fans to watch, and that's what it takes for the fans to come back. And I think what, one caution, two cautions. I mean, such a clean race. That's what the fans want to see. The action. I mean, y'all did a great job tonight, man. I'm actually excited for Sunday.
Yeah,
Really,
I'm excited
really
too.
am.
Boom, how'd you feel about everything that went down today in the Steezer?
Well, I mean, it was great to get in there in the cup, with the cup guys, running, uh, to get a feel for, how everything's going to go. Uh, like most races, I think there was some ups and downs, some good things. We had some good moments running, had some awesome racing. There's also, some things, had to get worked out, just like any week, new game, new settings, everything's changed, so it's going to take a minute to get used to.
Yep.
Especially, I think this is the most that we've ran one race in the Cup cars. We've been running trucks in Xfinity all week. They handle a little
Did
bit
you learn
different, so it's going to
anything?
take.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Did you
I
learn
did.
anything tonight? Okay.
Yes, I did. I learned who
Uh,
to draft with and who not to draft with.
but hey, that's key.
That's
Yeah.
part of
That
it.
is,
Yeah, that's a
you know,
huge part of it,
I
man.
second that. I
Yeah.
definitely
right.
second that.
Well, y'all know there's some guys that it's an art, that are really good at pushing, and there's some guys that are really good at leading, and there's some guys that are really good at helping on the high line, and that's what you got to
Yeah.
figure out, and you got to put all that together. It's just not anybody can get out on Daytona and hold a steady line. It really takes a talent, and
Yeah, especially at
you
this
got to
track. I
find
don't
them
know
guys.
why,
Right.
but on a controller, it's a little bit harder to hold that bottom line than it was on Heat
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Okay.
It
I
wants to
mean,
drift high. Yeah.
yes, it does. And if you turn it just the slightest too much, it's going to try to throw you on the apron. Then you're trying to counter steer. I mean, it's just a pain in the butt.
Right.
But I mean, like I
Well,
said,
that's good
get
input.
to get my teammates, Larson and Napa out there. I was hoping Turner was going to be able to run with us tonight, but he wasn't able to. Especially seeing how he has not lagged out of a race on this game yet. Hallelujah.
Oh, hey,
That's
Absolutely.
that's a
great.
good sign. That's a good
Yeah.
sign.
Wow.
But getting the
Knock on
three
wood
of
real
us,
quick.
yeah, I'm knocking on my head. Don't worry. The three of us, we ran pretty well together. Was able to, a couple of other teammates, like Noko was saying earlier, me and him, we had a good little run there going, on the high line for a couple of laps till everything got shuffled. There was one incident, something happened, door checked somebody or something or other, and everything got scattered. I think it was in stage 2. Me and Trout was able to hook up, and we literally stayed on each other's bumper for like 15 laps, no problem. Like I said, that was definitely a lot of good racing tonight. Some clean stuff. Then again, you're going to have your moments. We need to work on that. Try not to do that as much. Stuff like that. But I mean, that's how it's going to go.
Right.
That's
Y'all
true.
maybe learn in the second pack back there that maybe, I mean, if you're going to catch that lead pack, you better get lined
it's
up.
hard.
And,
It
you
is
know,
very, very hard. Even lined up,
right.
I mean,
Right.
we had
Because the
3 in a
top
pack
3, right.
running 11th, 12th, and 13th, and we caught the next 4 cars ahead that were 5, 6 seconds ahead of us. We caught them in maybe 6 laps, and we had less cars.
Right. See, Pendle was
So, I
doing
mean,
such a good job of pushing NoCo. I mean, it didn't matter who was the third place person or fourth place person. They were just cutting amazing laps because of how good Pendle was pushing.
well, they also had
How
a half
good
a
of a
lap lead
line,
on us,
right.
so we wasn't catching them.
Yeah.
Right. They called. Did that catch you off guard? That 2 tire. You know? Did you realize maybe
Nope.
that's maybe what they were doing? No.
I took 2 tires.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if the first group that short pitted took 2 tires. Okay. I was wondering that. Okay.
As soon as we hit 24 laps to go, went ahead pitted.
Right.
Figured,
Wow.
that was going to be our only chance. At the moment, it was only me and Napa running with each other. Larson was up with the front pack with NoCo and all them. So we was down a teammate. We had Smitty with us, but, because he wasn't in our chat party, there was no way to let him know what we were doing.
Right.
And we ended up pitting without him. So that kind of, halted our run just a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Wow.
it happens. I mean,
Hey, you know what? I think
Yeah,
you
'cause-
guys learned a lot from tonight. For sure.
definitely.
It's a good
Yeah, it
thing
was
to have
definitely a
that.
learning experience. I'm just like to say, I'm just really proud of my guys. Just for the viewers, that way they know, like we talked about, the 37, the 40, the 42, the 1. Those are all team cars for my team. And I mean, I couldn't be prouder of them. And even the other guys, man, the Toyotas and Boom's team, Celtics was up there for a while. I'm real proud of the effort from all these guys. I'm really thankful for the respect that I've been given on the track and received. I feel like people are definitely driving a lot more respectful out there towards me and other people. And I mean, that's honestly what's going to make the
That's
racing
key,
good.
right.
If you give up a
Right.
couple positions and get back in
Right.
line, that's going to be
Yeah.
better than us getting in a caution and having to do a restart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's better than someone remembering that situation a few weeks down the line and racing you extremely hard for a win
Yeah.
because
I mean,
of
it's
the way
not-
that they
right.
raced you.
All right. I mean, if you see someone coming up and you know they're fast, just go follow them, and figure out how they're doing it, and
Yeah.
and then get their nice draft. Don't hold them up, But
Yeah, I hear you.
it's
Absolutely.
it was awesome to see. I know you love Daytona. You've always been the rabbit there, and tonight no one could pass the rabbit. Marcus tried to set you, a couple times, but you did a good job of holding it.
I
Yeah,
can definitely
them
tell
off.
you right now, it was not easy to try to hold the lead without the car spinning out, because I took 2
Right.
tires on that final stop.
Yeah, how
And
loose was it getting?
It was, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 12.
Wow.
That's what I was thinking.
It was
Wow,
I was
and
even
that,
saying
and that
something there. I
37,
see
man,
it.
that 37 did a
Right.
great job leading some laps too in the second stage. I thought he did an awesome
Yeah.
job. I feel really bad for for what happened on pit road in the third stage, but I was
Yeah, he
really
missed
looking
the
forward to
cone.
that.
Well, the
Yeah.
cone wasn't there, and I think that's what kind of messed him up.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to see the line now, but
Right.
we'll see how
It is,
everything goes. We'll see.
You want to
It
get
was
into
great.
Daytona hard, and it's a good learning experience, especially with
exactly.
Sunday
It was
being
fun.
the
I mean,
opener.
I feel like, NASCAR Heat 4 is going to bring the best out of a lot of drivers, and some guys are still, it's a learning curve. We're always learning every race, trying to get better, and I don't know, I just feel like we nailed it tonight, other than a few issues with lag. If it wasn't for lag, I'm pretty positive it would have been a 13 to 15 car pack nearly the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think on that note, I don't know, Roofer, if you got anything else to say, but I do want to say thank you to everyone that watched tonight for this awesome teaser that we had. Great win, NoCo. Great win by everyone, or great run by everyone that was on track. We only had 2 cautions that happened early on in the race, one like right when it started, but it was great. You guys learned something. We're going to be running Sunday night and get everyone on the track. It'll be sweet. I hope
Absolutely.
everyone's there.
It's going to be good. Boom,
Thank
your
you,
team did a heck of a
Boom.
job, man.
Yeah, thank you, Boom, for
Thank
that
you.
insight as well. It was really awesome seeing you. Thank you for letting us
Right.
watch your broadcast as well. That's
It
extremely
was
helpful.
really hard getting used to seeing. I Boom in the 31 because I'm so
Yeah,
used to seeing him in the 2. I was like, "What? Where's Boom at?" You know, and then I figured out 31. You know, I got to
shoot.
get used to all these new number changes. You
Mhm.
know, but
But
we'll
that's
get it figured out.
dang right. Yeah, we're starting to. We're starting to. But
Well,
that's all I got
right.
really to say. You got anything else for
Yeah.
everyone, Mr. Roofer, sir?
Man, just want to thank our new sponsor, Potter's Welding, man, and that's coming aboard, and all the fans and the viewers. Without y'all, this thing wouldn't have blown up the way it is. I mean, it's the most fun that I've had in a league since I've been league racing. I've been league racing a long time. It's a
It's because of the
drama-free
drivers.
community,
Yeah,
It's the
right?
it
drivers and the
is.
fans that make this go around. So we
Yeah,
really do
Well,
appreciate everybody watching and everybody
right,
commenting, subscribing. Stay tuned.
right.
I mean, the season's going to be good. I feel like there's really no clear advantage to anyone's team right now. Everybody seems very even, and that's what the draft did. It really evened out the teams, leveled the playing field, and I'm just excited to start the season.
Yep.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
did a
So am
great
I.
job, man. Great win, and
Appreciate you
I
guys.
can't wait for Sunday, man.
Yeah,
Oh, me
Sunday's
either.
gonna be
Can't wait to
exciting.
see you out there, Roofer.
Right, bro.
All right. Well, on that
I can't
note,
wait, buddy.
yeah, dude, I can't either. I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh,
But all right. On
right.
that note, I'd like to say goodnight. Thank you to all that watched. Thanks to all the drivers for putting on a good show. Roofer, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a
Yes,
lot,
sir.
dude. That was fun. It was really nice talking with you too. And we're gonna be
Yeah,
competing against each other, aren't we? Huh?
yeah, we're gonna be in the same, class to division, the Xfinity. It sounds like you're gonna dash into the cup, and I'm gonna dash into the trucks, though. But
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
figure it
we're
Yeah, I'll
gonna
be
out.
in
be
I'll
trouble.
figure
Xfinity
it out.
too. I'll
All
be
Yeah,
rooting
right.
for you
well,
guys too.
Heck yeah,
well,
man. It'll
hey,
be fun.
uh,
All
I
right.
tell you
Hold
Well,
what,
on,
even
man.
if you're not on my team, if you ever need any kind of thing, man, that's just the
yeah,
way I am. If I got a fast setup, I don't care. I want everyone to be fast,
yeah,
because then it's just a driver. So, if I figure out anything, I always let anybody know, because that's the point of the game. It's, all of us to be fast and to have fun, and
exactly, exactly,
it's awesome.
exactly. I can't wait.
My goal is to just beat Roofer. That's all I need to do.
There you
That's my
go.
goal.
There
Every
you
weekend.
go. All
Finish
right.
Hey,
finish ahead of Roofer.
We
right,
got goals
there
here.
you
All
go,
right.
man.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
It's been a long night. Thank you again for everyone that watched. And on that
Right.
note, good night, everyone, and we'll see you on the track.
Yeah.